like the guy that played against Minnesota last season.
7-0. How about them Cowboys later in the quarter? Rex, how about Micah Parsons?
Yeah, let's talk about that rush, and not Cooper Rush, but this kid right here is as good as it gets.
2 sacks.
Freakazoid.
Hit the quarterback 5 times yesterday. Then it's Tony Pollard. We've been waiting to see him get involved in RC. He did.
Listen, Tony Pollard is what they call in the NO fast, because we don't say very. Watch the explosion. Gets him to the 1-yard line.
And then he punches it in. And so the Cowboys have a 14-3 lead. Now they're trying to hang on. 4th quarter. Bengals down 17-9. 4th quarter. 4th down play. And they're looking for Jamar Chase.
We know exactly where this ball was going to go. Jamar Chase with a tough catch, move the sticks.
Now, Joe Burrow, he had a tough day because his offensive line still stinks, but he found a way to get 2nd down here. He finds T. Higgins in the corner of the end zone, so they're within a 2-point conversion, and now he's got Tyler Boyd wide open for the 2 points, so the Bengals tie it up. Under a minute to go, Rex. Does Cooper Rush have what it takes in the final moment to put together the drive?
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Oh, my goodness, he does.
He floats that one.
We're done.
1st down for the Cowboys, and then he's looking for C.D. Lamb.
Who knew the cure to Mike McCarthy's clock management issues was Cooper Rush?
And then finally, 3 seconds left. Jerry Jones says, I told you, 1 + 1 = 3. Those 3 from Brett Maher. 50 yards for the win. I didn't think it was good, but it was. Cowboys win it 20-17. Micah Parsons, they win.
We've just been through so much as a team with injuries and one person going down, another person going down, and all the whispers, the Dallas Cowboys this, Dallas Cowboys. But we just bought into each other and said, F what everybody else think. This is about us, and I think we came out here and proved that.
I love it. Everybody at this desk reacted when Micah Parsons said that. You guys, Danny, I'm coming to you in a second, but you loved what he just said.
Absolutely loved it, but it's funny because I thought they were absolutely done.
Yes.
Because Cooper Rush ain't no Dak Prescott.
Right.
I don't care or whatever. But I will say this. They won that game because of him. Yeah. Because of him. He's the best defensive player in the league, like hands down. And so to me, he took it on himself to say, no, all right, I'm going to shut everybody up.
If he just rushed the passer on every snap, what would he do?
Lead the league in sacks and break the all-time sack record.
So, Danny, let's do it. Usually I turn to you for quarterback conversation, but this team yesterday was led by that guy, number 11. Show me how he did it.
And dominant off the edge. And Rex is right. They won the football game because of him. He was the best player in the NFL yesterday, and his ability to totally wreck offensive game plans and wreak havoc on an offensive scheme is incredible. And you look at 3rd and 4. I mean, that's him off the edge. They don't block him. They don't even try to handle the protection. This is him up at top. It's 1st and 15, and it's one-on-one versus a left tackle. There's no shot that you are going to block him one-on-one with the left tackle. Now he's down at the bottom of the screen. They've got to create one-on-one matchups. Spin, plays over. I mean, here's the thing, Greeny. Joe Burrow is not absolved of any type of performance right now, but Micah Parsons and the way that Dan Quinn is using him to not only free him up, but to make sure he's in position to end the game, wreck the game, is one of the most impressive things going on in the NFL this early season.
And look, I'm not the kind of person who ever says, I told you so.
Yes, you are.
Who am I kidding? I'm exactly the person who tells you that. Honestly, I had Rex telling me, Marcus Spears telling me, everyone, Cowboys are dead, Cowboys are dead. The Cowboys have life through week 2.
Greeny, this is what we know about you. You've been a Jets fan your whole life.
Yes.
You're nothing if not optimistic, right? Because you would have jumped out of the window if you weren't.
That's right.
And you also want the show to continue and us to be able to talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
But you were exactly right. Maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is a little better than we thought, and that's why the Dallas Cowboys didn't perform last week. There's no pass rusher in the league that has as many pass rusher wins as Micah Parsons, and it's not his full-time position. When you think about what this team was able to do defensively, it shows the next step in the progression of who Dan Quinn is as the defensive coordinator of this team. And yesterday they played with passion, they played with heart, and Cooper Rush came out, and I believe he actually gave them a lift. Sometimes when you go to the backup, the rest of the team understands they have to take a step up. We got to block better. We got to rush better. We got to catch the football better. And we saw all of those things from the Dallas Cowboys. This is one of the biggest and best games they played.
Yeah, I look at This is why I said that you're not going to go out and trade for a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not going to mortgage your future for now because, look, if this guy can win half the games and get it to where Dak Prescott is, that's fine. I still think it's over because I'm not that impressed with that team.
Well, I mean they're
I'm really
that
not,
impressive.
But that damn, this Micah Parsons, like,
Eagles
it's a
could
joke.
lose. Eagles could easily lose tonight to Minnesota, and then the Cowboys get the Giants on Monday Night Football next week. The Cowboys could be sitting in first place of the division by the time we wake up next Tuesday morning. Now, Dan, having just said that, let's move to the next quick order of business here. Joe Burrow. I mean, the world fell in love with this kid, and for all the right reasons last year as he led Cincinnati to the Super Bowl. But if anything, their offensive line looks worse. What happened in Cincinnati?
Yeah. 90% of what's happening in Cincinnati is directly tied to their bad offensive line. He's on track for 111 sacks. He got 52 last year, folks. And this offensive line is getting him hit faster this year than he did last year. There's moments, Greeny, where you sit there and go, that first clip that I showed, Micah Parsons comes unblocked. That's our plan. We're going to make sure that everybody else on the Cowboys defense is blocked but Micah Parsons, and then we're going to solo block him a ton. So I don't love what they're doing protection schematically wise. But there's also moments that he has been hit so much that when they do actually have good protection, he plays so sped up because he's anticipating the pressure getting to him that you sit there and go, that's not the same guy right now. He'll get there, but he is very much so allowing the pressure to dictate how he's playing. He's feeling the rush.
We will come back to them. There's a lot more to say about Joe Burrow, who obviously became one of the huge stars in the NFL. But I'm not going anywhere else until I show you what happened yesterday in Cleveland. Here we go. Jets and Browns. Joe Flacco. We begin with just over 2 minutes. We're trying to stay in this thing. This is Justin Fields. Look how close he comes to scoring on this play. But take another look. The knee is down just before he gets to the pylon. So it's fourth down. They try quarterback sneak out of the shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, get him underneath center. You can sneak it from there. That way you can push him forward. But as soon as you go back, you allow penetration. And I'm like, this is a horrendous call. I don't know who made it, but and look, I know he's close. I get it, but it's just bad concept.
Packers win it by 17. Aaron, thoughts?
I didn't play great. You know, I feel like the stats look a little better than the game. You know, the standard I set for myself is pretty high. I feel like it is attainable, and my definition of success, I feel like, rests gently on my shoulders and my ego.
Yeah, at least it's gently. You don't want it to like weigh heavily.
It rests gently.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Me too.
You know?
Okay, it's funny. All right, but Danny, so look, they needed a win in the worst way, and they get one last night. What did you see specifically that, if you were a fan of the Packers, makes you breathe a sigh of relief?
Yeah, number one, they were healthy. Elgton Jenkins, their right tackle, and Alan Lazard, their starting wide receiver, are there. Number two, this offense is built upon yak. Yards after the catch. That's who they are going to be this year. Right now, Aaron Rodgers leads the NFL offensively with how much of his yards are actually that. Greeny, this offense is built around the RPOs. It's built around the utilization of those two backs. They're putting Randall Cobb in the backfield, using him as a weapon. The screen game to Aaron Jones and allowing their athletic offensive line to get out in front. And then it's just touches for their young receivers right now. I actually thought Aaron made 3 really good plays outside of the pocket, where he had to scramble, move, and get away from pressure and make some big-time throws. So this is who this offense is. It is not going to be what it was in the past, but they're going to be dependent on those backs. They're going to be dependent on him being the best RPO quarterback in the NFL right now. It's going to be dependent on getting a guy like Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, just touches to get them comfortable in the offense and built upon the backs of a dominant defense.
So last week, I thought that their offense was based on yak because it would drive you to drink. This week, it was a little bit better.
I see you greedy.
It's a little bit better. But is this what it's going to be?
You've been around
this is not going to
much.
be a big, high-flying, you know, if you're thinking Aaron Rodgers, MVP, huge numbers, that's not realistic for this offense,
But
is
I
it?
feel like we said that, though. Like sitting here, I just want to go, duh. You know, like, and I don't necessarily know if that's the analysis we're looking for on Monday morning, but we knew that this team would be this. We knew that they would be a team that needed yak, a team that needed a great run game, and a defense that stepped up and made plays like we saw Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes do in the second half. Let's not be fooled into thinking that this is going to be a team that competes right away. They're going to have to grow into what they can eventually be in the pass game. Right. Here's what I did notice. Right. The deep footballs down the field, the intermediate route, or the deep post were thrown to veterans. It was Randall Cobb. It was Sammy Watkins. There's still not necessarily that comfort with the young guys, but Aaron Rodgers is finding ways to make plays.
Look, I guarantee you they're going to miss Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
I don't even care what anybody says. But you have to be more balanced. That's what this team has to be. And over that, here's some stats that Himbo gave me. If the Packers rush the ball 40% of the time, they're 25-0. So maybe that's not a bad thing. Be more balanced. I think you're going to have to be. You don't have the wideouts. You can say what you want. You don't have them. All right, you're missing Devontae Adams, and so I ain't buying it. You played the Bears. Yeah. All right, this ain't you never whipped up on the Vikings. The Vikings whipped up on you. So to me, I'm not all in. I like the fact they were much more balanced in this game.
It's a step in the right direction. We are just getting started on this jam-packed Monday. Coming up, what a rush in Dallas, as in Cooper rush and pass rush. Could the Cowboys be better than we thought? And by we, I mean everybody else. And are Burrow and Bengals in huge trouble? We'll talk about them. Plus, speaking of trouble, a nightmare for the Niners. Trey Lance goes down. Jimmy G on the field. What does it mean? We've got the answers. To Monday.